didn't stop thinking Matthews and Robinson all the way in Switzerland. Where are you tuning into? The Black Fire Radio. And you're listening to
one. This is the Pan-African Police Show every Monday, right? 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. The Pan-African Police Show. Let's go.
Yes, Master Boy. The Robinson, your brother there. Reaching out to all the masses on the African continent. And you too. With your host.
You know what? You free. Are you dumb or a pink diamond chicken wing chain? Are you dumb? You had a leopard on your head. Are you dumb? Are you forgetting that I pressed you before, bitch?
That Nicki Minaj.
With your soul like Sheeta. With the queen I showed you. I feel your ass and belly. No, I fool you lost already. It took me your whole career. Come home and kill you. I told you I wasn't talking about your dumb ass. It looks stupid. You literally got a dumb ass talking crazy. And we all know that you dumb ass. You get dumb the other day. You dumb ass. Let's be honest. You stole a line by bitches being your sons. How you take my 09 jail tweet and run? Talk about bringing knives to a fight with guns when the only shot you ever took was in your guns. And I saw you the all-star. You told me your ass dropped. You couldn't fuck me for 3 months because your ass dropped. Now I don't think I understand how bad her ass got. The implant she had put in her ass box. I was like, damn, maybe days that you couldn't have box. But she at least compensate for giving you mad top. Her name is all right. She ain't throw you some bad thoughts. He said, nah. When I knew you was really a crack box. You was scared free Remy when I was first stay doomed. But now that they free Remy, you don't sing the same tune. Lock me up. Threw away my keys, threw away my weed, snapped me from my son, raised to the back, fake green, daily news. Her career's over. She was kind of stupid, but you saw an opportunity because you were opportunist. Let your day one you heard he was on some cheap shit. Then got with the dude that told you on some fruit shit. But what happened to Onika? Nah, on some G shit. Left him and took a pic with the dude he had beef with, and we know that it was a beef that you started. Pillow took me out of your ass, you bitch retarded. Now you gotta die. You dearly departed. Bloodbath when I catch you, a real red carpet. Now what I'ma do? I'ma just stick to the facts. You're so scared of my future. Got this bitch going backwards. Thinking mad fools. You just boy, you hoochie. Now all of a sudden you back with Drake and Tunchi. After you said you suck this dick. You back with Gucci, in that fuck devil figure, you a hater Snoopy. And the beat it in your rap, you gotta actually back. The whole industry know that your shit is a rap. No, to beat it in your rap, you can't have a ghostwriter. And that's why this is my house, all writer. Niggas been feeling great, ain't pinning into your first boyfriend left bitch ain't winning. You an internet troll, a web browser. I'm sorry, you can't get an online without surprising. Mentioning guns, you pussy galore, James. Time to touch the triggers when you fuck your songs. Cokehead, you cheated on your man with E-bro. I might need the footage of you slipping close. They gassing you rock, but you been on ego. Pills and potions, yup, you been on ego. Got your bitch right in back, so you think you lit. When balloons, I'm a ghostbuster, bitch. I'm supposed to be scared cause you brought your Barbie chain back. I will wait to ante up, you'll get your Barbie chain back. Try to fuck in February, catch you in that May back. Show you how to use your name, you using the name back. I'm saying, how you mix Nicki with a Minaj? I'm a pop this bitch, put Nicki in the garage. I'm getting money like Nicky Bonds. I'm the big homie. I was born to left for 48 hours. Nick knows he didn't take like Nick Jonas. Flipping the gauge, then face off, bitch. Nicolas Cage, you animated like Nickelodeon. You fake bitch. Only the kids believe in you. You say Nick. Now when I shit Nick at night, they won't understand it. I'm wilding out, about to hit Nick with the cannon. How are you on the VMAs acting like you hood? Where it was the stage talking about mighty was good. That's in Montana, she was always happy. You only wanted it on Mariah because Mariah don't have me. Tried to disrespect Taylor because Taylor was a slip enough. Very dope girl. When you picked the biscuit up and jealous, bitch, she was happy when they took me. Best thing that ever happened to you was when they took me. You said you never fuck Wayne. How stupid I look. You get the picture, I'll explode you. I'm tired of the bully. You made yourself with me the Winsky, the monitor. But she was stuck in his dick and then he tired it.
Yes, Remy Ma over there, and of course, spitting with the spits over Nicki Minaj. I don't know what beef was all about. But karibuni sana to another episode of the Pan African List right here on the Blackout Fan Network. Amazing. I hope your week is coming out great. Actually, it is the weekend, and you are excited about it. I know many of you are here and are looking forward to celebrate Christmas, but of course, happy festival seasons unto you. I hope that you're gonna be given actually a break from your work to rest a little bit because you really, really require it. And also for you, I hope you're literally appreciating yourself for every effort you put into whatever work you are doing. Karibuni sana once again. It is exactly 7 minutes past 1 p.m. right here in the 254. And of course, I'd love to hear what's the time on your end. It is the 22nd of the month of December. And of course, we are literally coming towards the end of the year of 2023. I'd love to hear what you guys' year has been like, but we've been discussing this on the Black Kings frequency. I've spoken about this also right here. I questioned a couple of you, and I've had nothing but positive reviews. And I hope you are literally grateful for the journey you have made throughout this all of the year. Karibuni sana once again. And of course, today we shall be talking about what I left pending yesterday. Nowadays, I love coming back to the topics that I've left undiscussed. And yesterday, we had to tackle on the DRC Congo situation in terms of election, what is happening. I have a few videos to share on what people have to say, but I see that the results actually are some of the results are supposed to be announced today. So I'm looking forward to see what will be taking place. But remember, yesterday I was reporting how the method that they were using to count the votes, it's literally super backwards. They do not have electronical machines that can literally count the votes. They have to do it manually, by hand. And this is for them to be able to get the results of who's the next president of DRC Congo. We're looking forward to see, but I bet, like I've been speaking, I bet there's nothing that is going to happen because people of the DRC Congo actually are saying that for the longest time we've been having elections after every 5 or 6 years, whatever the time is. I bet it's 5 years actually, but there's nothing that has actually changed. It is always presidents who come and promise us that we're gonna actually end the war that has been going on between the M23 rebels and the DRC Congo people being displaced, but there's nothing that has changed. Like we said, actually, towards us to achieving or helping DRC Congo to achieve what they're looking for. That is in terms of freedom, independence. It has to come through revolution. And this cannot literally come from the Congolese alone. This calls for the whole African continent. The way we can see us posting videos on TikTok, fighting and crying for DRC Congo. Let's reciprocate the same when it comes to the ground. That is what I'd literally had majority of the African people right now, no matter where you are. Instead of pushing the content on TikTok for you to get numbers and followers, people to think you are and making sense, try push this motion on the ground. Why can't we do it on the ground? Because now I don't see, literally majority of the people are just doing content for the sake of gifting, for the sake of getting numbers. It's all about becoming a celebrity through TikTok. You're stupid and dumb as fuck, and I'm not even apologetic for that. That is super true. We need to push this motion on the ground, not on these platforms, because it's not literally, nothing is making a change but just demonstrating on TikTok. The change needs to be on the ground. But karibuni sana, that is among the big discussion we shall have today. And of course, I'll discuss also about Italy and the 1,500 refugees posted all the way from Libya to Italy by the Italian government. This was a decision between because I bet when you talk about the refugees, you're talking about our African people also stuck there and who have been seeking refuge from running away from the African countries because of this caused war, which we know they are intentional, which has made a lot of people being displaced and fleeing from their home just because some other people are looking for interest right here in the continent. This was a decision made between the UN, and of course I can see there was a group of that is actually the UN. Yeah, the UN was part of this decision making. But like I said yesterday, when it comes to our own issues, we must understand, because I'll be sharing some videos of some few African, a man and a woman, actually 2 women. One is from this channel, the African Diaspora channel, and of course the other one, a YouTuber who explains in Italy, even breaks down explaining it, and she said that it sucks having to bear with all this racism. I shared also this. I can literally encounter this with everything I've been talking about throughout this week. So karibuni sana. Those are our big 2-5 topics, and of course, I hope you guys I shall be looking forward to stick till the end of the show. I'll be also sharing something very interesting of this man from Ethiopia who's actually attracting bees and is a friendly man to bees. I'll be sharing the images of it and see how crazy it looks, and kind of also interesting when you talk about the African science where we used to communicate to animals. This is real. This used to happen. This is still there. Yesterday, I remember Keith was teaching and talking before the internet messed our show, literally. We were having a discussion of the origin of Christmas. And apart from that, we spoke about celibacy. And this is something super, super amazing. Let me tell you, actually, being celibate, it does help in manifesting. Personally, the longest I've gone was a year, and it was super, super dope. Trust me. I literally cleansed myself, not only spiritually, but my body and mentally. You can attract a lot. And I do believe on that. And actually, I do believe with what he was explaining yesterday. If you tap into your true self and getting to connect with the universe, you are able to make actually make actually some very powerful moves. So I'll be sharing that. That is one of the actually interesting stories I'll come back with after this short musical break. So karibuni sana once again. This is the Pan-African Bliss. In case you tuned in for the first time, kindly subscribe on YouTube, on Facebook, wherever you're listening to me from. And of course, karibu sana, get to enjoy the show of today. This is Every Time by the one and only Wizkid. In future, I hope you guys get to enjoy the shall be seasons this weekend.
Baby, when you keep on the lead, girl, I wanna stay here with you. Mama tell me make a steady lead, like make a juice, make a baby and fuck you. She tell me say like you make me slow down. She tell me say like you make me calm down. She tell me say if I ever did it, I would find another woman. Now you give me that if you never be stuff so slowing, so lead it slow. We do it, let me go. It's like you give me that big wine. Say give me that big smile. You're my jumper today, and I only you giving me the way I feel. I think about you every day, every day. You know you move your body, you fix and you got something in your mind that make me. I think about you every day, every day. You know you move your body, you fix and you got something in your mind that make me.
Yes, and my quote of the day today says, take mental breaks as often as possible. Instead of reacting to every thought, try letting it go. Your reaction is what keeps negative thoughts alive. Think positive, make peace with it, and release it. Be conscious and active in your mental space so you do not get overwhelmed. That is actually for mental health. I was reading something very, very interesting today due to mental health. When it comes to the journals, let me see if I can find it as well and share it with you. It's actually super, super amazing when you need to actually take or go through journals and see if you are mentally okay every single day. There is a journal I was reading in the morning which actually asks you some questions on how you're feeling today, what's irritating you, what's making you anxious. It's like literally you tapping into yourself and trying to understand you. I've been talking about that lately, and that is what personally I'm on the journey of. I was once there, but I literally slowed down on everything, and I'm back. I want to be spiritually tapped into everything. But karibuni sana once again. I hope you are staying vibrated wherever you are. And of course, keep it positive. That is my quote of the day. Share something amazing that you have. For those who are with me on the radio station, on Facebook, on Rumble, and also on YouTube and right here on TikTok. Karibuni sana once again. Straight to the matters of the day. Like I said, I want to start with this interesting story since we don't have much of the time, which is coming from Ethiopia. There's this young man who actually claims that he just whistles or whispers to the bees and they actually are attracted to him. It's something amazing, and I read it very, very keenly, and it took me back to where we speak about the African spirituality, or where Africans were able to speak with the animals. This was actually, I don't know if this still happens, or if we still have people who have the ability and the power to, but it could be possible, because if we have people like from Ethiopia still doing this. And I remember the time a week I was talking about a lot about the African culture, foods, which we've so much neglected and copied the westernization type of bullshit of it in bags right now. Pardon my French. You know, it's super, super crazy. We need to tap back to our true selves and who we are as Africans. But this was interesting, and I want to share it with you, and of course, hear what you guys have to say. So this guy, he goes by the name Tamirat, and he has an apparent ability to tame honey bees, which has astounded a lot of people in his hometown of Asosa in Ethiopia. How does he do it? It is a gift, he tells the BBC, and the 18-year-old allows the insects to swarm his bare chest and head without wearing any kind of protection. Sometimes he'll even let the bees enter his mouth. And he says that I have a special ability to put bees on myself without covering my lips and ears. He explains this, and it was only 5 years ago that Mr. Tamirat was first introduced to bees. They came and settled to my body as I passed by. This is what he says, by the bee farm, and they started paying attention to what he was saying. According to him, he did not do anything to draw them to himself. They just understood who he was. And he says bees are like human beings to those who approach them correctly. And he also says, they say that however his relatives and neighbors were initially concerned, they were frightened, they were warned. They warned me not to go near bees as they can be dangerous. However, I was aware of my gifts at the time. They eventually discovered he has a special bond with the honeybee. His actions are highly unusual in the neighborhood. Bee farmers typically harvest honey at night in order to prevent bee stings, particularly in rural parts of Ethiopia. Studies have shown that bee sting can be lethal, or lethal, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. So that is what is happening, and I'd love to just share the image of it. You can see what we have on our screen. That is his ability of attracting bees. Let me share the full screen for those who are with me on YouTube. That is this guy from Ethiopia. This is his ability. He has nothing, not even a metal, nothing, no clothes, just bare chest, and he has the ability of communicating to bees, and they stick on his face. You can see, he's there, like literally covering his whole face, and they don't sting him even one bit. This is actually amazing, and the main reason why I'm sharing this is because with everything we're discovering every single day, personally, what I'm learning and getting to understand is that there are actually some cultures or some African spiritualities that are still being practiced. We still have people who are literally very in tuned or intuitive, if it makes sense, in tuned with the universe, in tuned with the ground, the earth itself, literally in tune with nature, and they have the capability and the ability to still be able to talk and communicate with animals and plants. Like the video I was sharing some time back, which the South African women, when we're learning about the herbs, they said for them, before they give the herbs to the people who require a special type of healing, they must wait for the dream to be given, or they must they must get a message in terms through dreams from their ancestors, so that they can be able to know which kind of medication is able to cure this person before them taking their own action. So personally, what I'm getting from this is one story from Ethiopia. The last one I was studying and of course sharing with you was from, when it comes to traditional herbs, was from South Africa, and I'm looking forward to even seeing much more, and which actually makes me hope that Africa, in the continent, we still have our people who are very much in tuned with the universe and have special abilities. There are still people who can literally light up fire, like what it was and HR, which I've seen personally before. We have people who have the capability of flying. We have people who have the capability of standing on air and doing magical stuff. This is possible. We just need to get in tuned. And you can't get in tuned so long as you literally still, again, doing what you're not supposed to be doing. We need to eat correctly. We need to drink correctly. We need to literally do right by our body so it can be able to get connected with the universe. That is me understanding. But of course, if you have anything you'd love to add on that, the ground is open. And of course, feel free to also comment on the comment section. For those who are just tuned in on YouTube and on Facebook, karibuni sana. That was interesting actually to share, and of course interesting to learn. And I'll be doing much of the research to see. I'd really love to see much of this ability. I wish at this point I got the time to go to the village, especially in the western parts of Kenya. It would be nice walking around, because right now it's been festival season. There's always so many shows, especially in the village, like people just showcasing their talent in different ways. So if I had the ability to do so, I would have done so, come back with a lot of content. But anyway, we're right here. Anyway, karibuni sana. Moving on, I want to talk about DRC Congo. Now, I want to start with this video of this young brother who was going on the ground. And of course, that was on 20th, just 2 days ago, when the election started in DRC Congo. And he was asking the people on the ground what they think about the election that is taking place. Literally in their mind, do they have hope that the country is gonna change, or things are going to remain the same? Because there's a lot in stake. People's lives are at stake. And I've seen that in most of the articles and even some news and updates that majority of the people even up to now have not been able to vote. They have been sleeping on the poll stations, but they have not still gotten the ability to vote. So this showcases the desperation people have in terms of change. But DRC Congo, we know, since it's not literally independent and it has no power, which must come from the people, this same case will keep on repeating itself. Let me share this very quickly.
Campaigns rounds in the country in a bid to woo the public to vote for them. Let's go to the polls to vote in a presidential election on 20th December, seeking a second 5-year term in office. Here in Goma, politicians have intensified their efforts, drumming up support among clan elders, religious leaders, and other influential members of their communities ahead.
Excuse me.
Ahead of the highly anticipated election. Here are some of the top issues in focus. First, ending persistence.
I see my internet is jacking up, but let me restart this again.
As the general election edges closer in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, candidates are doing their last campaigns rounds in the country in a bid to woo the public to vote for them. Nearly 45 million Congolese voters go to the polls to vote in a presidential election, with incumbent President Felix Tshisekedi seeking a second 5-year term in office.
Not even a single coin for the people's literally interest and benefit of not only the environment, but even economically. This guy, the country is literally sowing in debt, in poverty, sinking, but is looking for another term of presidential seats. This should not be allowed. If only we were in control of our elections in Africa, this kind of stupidity and ignorance should not take place, because this is actually a high intellectual type of ignorance. A high level of ignorance. This is what we call. You know very well you failed the country. You've had people working for you and serving your country in terms of the UN missions from our left, right, and center, east, west, north. But there's nothing they have delivered. But you still, despite your failures, Despite you showcasing that you have power as a president, you still want to seek for another term. This should not happen. If only again Africa we were in control of our own elections, we should not see this kind of behaviors. You failed the first term, get out. No excuses. Step down. Why are you looking for another term of failure? People to keep on demonstrating left, right, and center, we need a change. Enough. Enough of these images being spread all over by the mainstream media, pushing their own interest, which is never Africans' interest. This is enough.
Here in Goma, politicians have intensified their efforts, drumming up support among clan elders, religious leaders, and other influential members of their communities ahead of the highly anticipated election. Here are some of the top issues in focus. First, ending persistent insecurity. Second, solving a deep-seated humanity. Third, creating jobs and boosting the economy. And fourth, and perhaps the biggest issue, is cleaning up the mining sector.
This is the biggest number one agenda. Because we know the main reason why the UN, the EU, all these international countries who are here to monitor everything that is happening in Africa, their interest is that mining center and not to be cleaned. They want to dig deep down till the root of it. And isn't it so crazy and massive how for the last 25 years these people have been exploiting our resources, but they still can't even get to the ground of it, because you know what? We are blessed. Shock on you. Because I bet if it's been 25 years of exploitation in DRC Congo, they must be really shocked. How come there's literally ever unending wealth in this country and the continent itself? We're talking about Ghana, we're talking about Nigeria, which they benefit from every one of them. How have Africans benefited? That is the number one question. And I'm asking you, fellow Africans, it's good pushing the motion and at least trying to make people understand what is happening in DRC Congo, because the mainstream media won't push it. But we need to do this on the ground. It's not hard to cross the borders. I hear the DRC Congo border right now is closed. I saw a friend of mine who was crossing the border yesterday. But he got there, the border is closed right now. What are they trying to prevent? People should be marching. If it is easy to cross from Kenya to Uganda, from Uganda to Congo, DRC Congo and the rest of parts of Congo, we should be able to do it tirelessly. Tirelessly. We claim we have activists in Africa, but I don't see even what these people are doing. And I understand if they don't do anything. Shout out to you, shout out to Joe Mosquito, shout out to Super Tender Music, shout out to user 17, Amani to you, Joe Mosquito. Yeah, tirelessly. That is what we should be doing. But apparently, people are cloud chasing on TikTok. You know, if you post a video that makes sense to the rest of the world, of course, you're going to gain numbers and followers. That is what people are using on TikTok right now. That is what people are literally doing. Trust me, I do appreciate those I'm seeing using their platform, posting things that make sense. I really appreciate that. When you're just shaking your ass and showing your body and titties and all that, use some common sense. We have people dying left, right, and center. We have children dragging dead parents in DRC Congo because they're dying along starving, trying to find a way where they can settle. We need to call for unity. One thing I'd love for TikTokers to push. I'm not a TikToker. I'm not going to call myself a TikToker. Okay? I do have an account, but I'm not a goddamn TikToker. I'm not. And I've always stood on feet on that. I'm not. The platform is good. Use positively. If used positively, it's good. What I'd really love to urge our people right now, The first motion we should be pushing is these puppets to drop. And let's see Africa unite. Let's drop the borders. We should be literally cautioning and demanding so high. Let the borders be dropped. Let tribalism come to an end. We don't want to hear any African country speaking of tribalism. It's there. It's going to be hard and take time to change. That is true. But we don't want to see it being practiced. Don't come to me trying to employ me. Which tribe are you? And who are you? Who are you? Do you even recognize yourself before you even ask me if I recognize myself? Can't you see we're the same people on the same ground? Africa, we need to wake up. We need to wake up. Because I agree with this brother, what he's saying. So many things need to be cleaned up in DRC Congo. Economic crisis, humanitarian crisis. Literally, there's a lot. And the biggest sector of it is them cleaning that mining center, of which is not their number one goal. Of course, since we don't control the continent, whoever controls the continent controls the rest of the world. That nonsense has to end. Africa controls itself. If it has to be on a war, man, I'm ready. I see you're saying Congo haiwezi saidika. Imagine it can. It can. Because I don't know if for you've seen how many people are pushing this motion of save free Congolese. First it was free Palestinians until, because the mainstream media was not showing us what is happening in DRC Congo, but they're showing us what is happening in Gaza and Israel. That does not concern us as Africans. That is just the number one first motion. And I love to see, like I'm saying, what Africans and the fellow people are using TikTok to push the Free Congo motion. But can we use the platform to actually come together and where we can literally call out on these presidents to find a solution for DRC Congo? Can we claim and call on the dropping of the borderism? These borders, cause enough are very easy if we really have activists from all over Africa who have dedicated their time into Africa. One of our march along actually into DRC Congo without having any distraction. Because why? There's no border, number one. No border can pass anywhere. Let us go unite with the DRC Congo people and demonstrate and see if this is not going to make a change. The power is in the people, not these goddamn puppets. Because when you remember, Mona Uhuru on a beach traffic to New York streets, in the New York streets, but in Kenya, shout out to Boniface Mwangi for calling him out on this. You're busy beating traffic in New York City, President William Ruto, but when it comes to your country, you want to set a whole, you have not only 20 motorcade running literally behind you, 20 motorcade running behind you, misusing funds left, right, and center for useless meetings. Lakini ikikuja ni kwa straightenisha barabara za Wakenya wafike kazi mapema, mtu asipoteze kazi, it's a problem. But because it's the president, his excellency, lazima apatiwe njia, you know. Imeniguza. Let me tell you, we talk about these, we do these shows every day. And let me tell you, if it doesn't hurt you, it's not affecting you. Or it has not really affected you yet. Namakwelewa, maybe you come because, of course, even if I am fired up, there's nothing I can do to change the situation. Get? Even if I am so fired up, I, as Joby, being a one individual reporting this, I can't change the situation. And that's why I'm calling out on the majority. We need to be so many of us to help free Congo. Because leo ni Congo, kesho ni Kenya. Trust me. If 1 minute just Ruto says not one thing, wait and see. Wait and see. Because that's what happens. You refuse to sign a deal, your people suffer. Today is DRC Congo, tomorrow it might be Kenya. So if we don't have each other's back, waiting on Anthony Guterres to come and tell us what the next decision to do, our own enemy to come and help us find a solution, for the problems they have created. We must be really, really dumb, and we need to wake up. Karibu sana Keith.
That's why they started that, Joe. Did you hear Kenny say that he's doing his campaign, somebody probably declared war on Russia?
Skady, I've not had that yet. I've not seen that yet.
Yeah, he said he's probably, on Rwanda. They probably declared war on Rwanda. He said, so that's what the people finally
wants to
asking.
declare war on Rwanda?
Not Russia. Congo wants to talk about declaring war on Russia.
Mm-hmm.
You hear me now? Congo. No, you got to say Russia. No, Rwanda. Congo is talking about declaring war on Rwanda.
Okay. That is what is supposed to happen, and we should have that's what I'm trying to tell my people right here on TikTok. We should have the rest of the African countries also doing well, and if we have this motion being pushed of, leave alone the free Palestine thing, which I see Africans are driving now back and understanding that we have Congolese also suffering, and now they're pushing the motion on TikTok. We should push also the motion of borders being dropped, number one. Because if we have activists in Africa, right? And these activists, we see them, we have activists who understand one problem in one African country affects the rest of the African nation. Because I remember when we had the climate summit change held in Kenya, we had activists all over the continent demonstrating what is happening in Kenya. Because they knew this is going to affect us. It's not just going to affect Kenya. The same thing should happen. One of the biggest motions we should push right now, we've seen Ruto, Uhuru Kenyatta, and the rest of these so-called presidents saying is that we need to drop the borders. Because these borders, you know what? They were not created by you. So drop them. Let me be able to go to Congo and have these people demonstrate.
You know why they won't drop them, Joby? Because they're scared of losing their own power. Understand? All these presidents have taken, as I showed Maria, all these presidents, how much they make, Joby. How much do they actually, and all of them are millionaires. So you can't explain why all these presidents are millionaires, because you can't become a millionaire in Africa off your salary as a president, because your countries are all poor. They're all poor. So how are these presidents all millionaires? Multi-millionaires. How's Kagame worth $500 million, Joby, when this country is poor? Not getting it from the salary, they're all stealing. They're all thieves. So they don't want to give up their power, so they won't be presidents anymore once you drop the border. Once you drop the border, there's no more Kenya, there's no more Uganda, there's no more Rwanda, there's no more Tanzania, there's no more South Africa. Now you got to have Union One, like a federation or United States of Africa. These Negroes ain't made nothing, Joby. They haven't created anything. They haven't created any wealth from it. They've been getting it by the white man. They've not created anything. What have they invented? What business have they built? Nothing. They're all mostly morons. Exactly. So that's why they'll talk it, but it's not in their benefit, Joby. Like, it's not in their benefit to bring down the border. They know a lot of Africans are now waking up. They know the borders actually hurt Africa. So they'll just talk. It's called political theater, Joby. They don't mean it. It's political theater, because they could have been did it, but they won't be able to steal no more, Joby. They won't be in power to steal.
If we speak of them being groomed, then I think they are being groomed and educated that if you drop these borders, understand that the power is within the people. People are gonna start. We're gonna start intersecting, like, I can move to Congo freely, I can go to Uganda freely, I can even settle to Uganda if I wanted to and buy a land there. I can go to Congo and even start another.
That's what that means. That's like the United States. That's why I can move I can move from California to then Maryland, and Maryland to Philadelphia down to North Carolina over down to Florida. Yes, and I can do it because it is a United States. It's united. That'd be United Africa. So you can move anywhere you want to go at. There are no restrictions on you. As long as you give it that group. Now, ain't nobody coming down live in Florida. Keith, are you part of the tribe of California? Some crazy nonsense. What they doing in Nigeria right now. Right now, the damn Yoruba. I think I asked Maria, where's Burna Boy and Goofy Wiz kids at? Helping it. the Yoruba now burning out the Igbo people over there, selling their homes, bulldozing them, selling the land.
They are busy. They are busy buying citizenship in Germany. Shout out to Davido. You know, buying citizenship.
Like Maria said, they're all liars and cowards. They're all liars and cowards. I said, yeah. I said that's the fact of it. But anyway, yeah, those of course, Joe, they think that ain't being groomed. You know the power of how they made their money because they were in charge of that country. The Hurus ain't built nothing. The British gave them all their wealth, all the stuff they had. They didn't have no money to buy none of that stuff. Yeah, Jomo Kenyatta was broke and fucking stupid. Ain't no Africans had no money. So
it is great. But let me wind up this video as I get to hear what these people are saying.
Okay.
Kulingana na hali ya nchi, kulingana na sisi tunaishi mahali hapa, lakini tunashukuru Mungu kwanza iko natulinda tu na tuchunga.
Hali ya maisha iko mbovu. Tunateseka sana ndani ya Kongo. Kwa hiyo vita yenyewe ya Kongo. Tuko na susi moya. Vita ilishaka kututesa sana tena. Sana. Vita natuma kule mzuri.
Basically, what the rest of the video, because I see it's really buffering a lot, it explains that woman and the man and another young man, they're speaking of our life, like I was explaining the other time, in the other previous video. Life was precious, life was beautiful before the M23 rebels. These people had their life flourishing. And we're talking about the richest continent, not only in Africa, but in the world. DRC Congo. You know, it's crazy. I used to ask myself, because my origin of my mom's side, they come from Congo, and I still see actually my uncles practice the same cultures as the Congolese. If it's in music, trust me, I have my uncle who is very much invested in this live banding thing, you know. So I used to ask myself, how comes we really we are originated? I used to ask myself, how comes we are originated, we come from Congo, but we still can't go to Congo? That used to really bother me. And because of the poor education and lack of knowledge also through generation, where they have also been miseducated not to understand how Africa works, the same education they learned is the same education we have. So I couldn't question some of the things like that, but it now makes sense. This war didn't start just today. This war started literally decades ago. People have been scared to go back from their own origin because of the lack of security that is there.
Of course.
Because trust me, I'll call, she's literally a grandma. I used to see, I didn't know it was gold in her room, but she had jewelries. When I speak of jewelries, I saw my mom's family with jewelries. I think I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna go there, maybe one of these fine years, I'm gonna go there and do a very nice house tour of, you know, and show you guys on the network. Because when I speak of wealth, we're really blessed. On my mom's side, we don't know what poverty is. Okay, I don't know what poverty. I've not grown up in poverty. I don't know what that is. I saw sewage when I came to Nairobi. I saw starving when I came to Nairobi. I'm like, what this happens? We had abundance in terms of food. We have big, massive lands. I don't know if they're still active because I don't go there, like, you know, most of the times. I'm always at my uncle's, so. But I'll go at my grandma's and show you guys, because we have acres of land, mansions, not just a house. We're talking about a house, you know, a house. We're really blessed, super blessed. But it's super, super crazy, man. Whatever is happening in DRC Congo, like the people are saying, that woman says that their lives used to be great, but since the war, which they know it's Rwanda and Uganda helping each other to destroy them, the presidents, they are hoping this election is going to make a change. But the other young man says that, you know, elections have always been held. These presidents come and promise we're going to build heaven and earth. I yet scared lied to Congolese people, to the DRC Congo, is going to make DRC Congo look like the German of Africa. The German of Africa, which looks super shitty today now.
Yeah.
He promised people I'm gonna make this look like a scammer.
He said 5 years ago when he first got in there, he ain't done nothing. They all make promises to these African people. That's what as Maria said. And it's like Rudolph. I'm gonna make a change. They're gonna do this. They don't do nothing. Don't have any power to do nothing. They get this, and they know that people are ignorant. So they're like, give them a chance. Give me 10 years. People talking about give them a chance nonsense. So even so
It's like I was saying this on Wednesday. I was saying this on Wednesday, and I was saying actually the main reason these things and history keeps on repeating itself, the problem actually goes back to us, the majority. Because if you're to blame the government, how many people? These people are not even, I don't think they reach even like, even 10,000 in terms of those people really work in the government itself. Even if they do, that's not the number. It has not outnumbered the majority of the citizens in the country.
No, but
the power
of course not. Of course not. But you're not organized. You're not. You're dealing with an ignorant people who are not organized. So you can't make change when you're ignorant and unorganized, Joey. That's the problem. Yes, and you're the majority. Yeah, you're the overwhelming majority. Yes, we know that. But you're dealing with an ignorant population, ignorance and disorganization. That's how they want it in Africa. That's how they want it. You're ignorant and you're disorganized. That benefits me.
They have done it successfully. They have done it super successful, because as we get into the main agenda of the day, which was to discuss yesterday, which I ended up speaking about something super different, and I enjoyed talking about it. It was about Italy. We're talking about Italy taking in 1,500 refugees from Libya, and now this actually decision has been made between only these three organizations, or two countries and one organization, which is the UN, which has signed the deal, but none of the African presidents. Because when you're talking about the refugees, majority of those who are in Libya, we know who are they. Majority of those who want to go to Italy, we know who they are. And they're fleeing away from the continent because of, again, these wars that have been created here on purpose. The displacement of people is on purpose. Lack of employment is on purpose. Lack of proper housing on purpose. Lack of proper education on purpose. Bullshit religion on purpose. Everything on purpose.
Of course.
And you see people running away because the country is literally not able. I have to flee away all the way from Uganda. If I get there, Museveni might say, oh, I don't want Kenyans here. I have to go next to Zambia. Next, I have to go to Zimbabwe. Till when I can literally settle? Till when will Africans, till when? Are we going to keep on running away? Because we have our brothers and sisters. You run away. You run away, Joe, because you run away because you're all considered cowards. Cowards. People run a coward. People will fight. We can no longer continue being cowards while other people, you run away. You know, it's funny, we're running away because they lie to us. There's no opportunities here while they come here for opportunities. I mean, look at the Chinese out there trying to. We are Chinese now, even now. Settled right here and having women giving birth here and taking. Because you're considered weak people, yo. People come, you're considered weak people. That's what people do when you're weak. You got the Nigerians now bragging on TikTok. Oh, the Nigerians are the greatest outside. We got the most brain surgeons. We got the most this. We got the most this. Then why is your country fucked up? You sound crazy as cat shit. Talking about how great you are outside your country, and your country is literally fucked up. You sound crazy on TikTok. Oh, you know, there's more Nigerians and investment bankers in America. There's more Nigerians in Britain doing this. But your country, Nigeria, is fucked up. Why can't you go home and fix that? You can't go out here and brag about you being Nigerian and your country's fucked up. You sound crazy as hell. Please, Nigerians on TikTok, stop it. Stop it. You sound crazy. Stop it. Stop it. That's not lying. Stop it. I'd also say stop it. Because I don't think right now I can even pay attention to any Nigerian. Trust me. No disrespect. All of them, of course, are not the same. They don't come from the same background, but it's the same country. But yo, I don't think I even want to be friends with Nigerians anymore. And I'm grateful I lost contact with them because I've been literally aiming them right now. I used to see these guys brag we can afford an apartment in Kilimani, bro. Huh? You're living 10 of you inside the house for you to afford literally an apartment. Do you know that? 10 of you in a house to afford that apartment. You're not telling us back in Kenya, you come from a very poor sewage and floating sewage type of a, know what was shown on the Nollywood? I cannot pay attention to none of these goofy people. Congratulations to those who keep on dating them. Good luck to you. Let me share this video.
Joey's mad. Joey's like it's personal. Joey's like it was personal against her. That Nollywood was. It's called Nollywood, Joey. These are movies. You know they were trying to deceive. You know they were trying to deceive you personally or something.
Oh my God. We were invested in Nollywood movies. Like it is 10 p.m., 10 a.m. They start at 10 a.m. immediately after news. From 10 a.m. till 12 midday, so that the news of midday can come. It was literally from 10, I think 2 hours of just watching Nollywood movies. Then we have from 2 p.m. till 4 p.m. just Nollywood movies. Then you have to see, all you see is just mansions, you know, a village girl who just bumped to a prince, then got married. You're like, so this is how life works in Nigeria? And you don't go there.
It's called a movie, Joey. That's called reality.
I know, but the image when you're
nobody wants to watch a movie about people being in the slums, Joey. That's
man, stop lying to us. Be better, Nigeria. Be better. But let me share this very quickly of this other goofy brother of ours, Sia. Race.
what are you doing?
So I said, your mama, ho.
If you woman traveling to Italy and dealing with some racism, let's go ahead.
Just faced my first encounter with racism. I said, excuse me, because of me, and I wanted to get around. And he started calling me all slurs in Italian. So I said, your mama, ho. If you see this man, he's big in the front and the back, which means excuse me. He got mad because I said, excuse me, and he didn't want to move. I didn't deserve to be called a black. I don't know if I'm going to stay in Italy too long. I think I'm going to cancel my trip. We're going to be here. And that's probably. And my response to that comment was, I don't like your tone, because I want some encouragement, but he was already predicting the future.
That's what all you goofy Negroes get, trying to always go to Europe. African American, I go to Europe and see Europe. You don't ever go to Africa because it's all fucked up. So when you experience racism, like, too bad for you. So, we lose Joby? I think she's back.
I'm back.
You back? Okay.
All right. Yeah.
You know, all you goofy African Americans want to go to Europe, and you goofy African Americans, you want to go to Europe, and you think you're escaping racism. That's the heart of it. Those European people in America came from there, you moron. Those European people from Australia came from there. That's their birthplaces when they branched out. Oh, I might cancel my trip. You never want to come to Africa. I want to go to Europe, and because you're scared of, you say Africa's too underdeveloped. You don't want to be in the dark. Lights don't work right. Shit don't work right. You go to Europe, and you get smacked in the face with
Like,
the same racism you got in America. Go ahead, Joe.
mhm.
We have a story of another black woman traveling to Italy and dealing with some racism. Let's go ahead and roll that.
All right, I'm back, but I don't think I'll share the video. I'll share it,
You bet.
let me share it right here on the chat for you to watch it maybe later, because I see my internet is really messed up. But I'd love to
I
read the
know,
article of
I know, but what did she say? What happened? What happened with her? Paraphrase her experience.
Yeah, she traveled to Italy. She traveled to Italy, then she had, of course, a bad encounter with that white man for saying excuse, of just her saying excuse. The guy went all racist on her, and then she says she regrets going to Italy, and that's why she says she wants to cancel the trip. But of course, this man, I don't know his name, the owner of the the African Diaspora channel, you know, he goes ahead and question, why would
Phil
you
Goopy
fuck America?
Yeah, Phil, Phil, the African fake diaspora dude who's married to a non-African woman. Phil the African, it's a money hustle. It's a scam. It's just he's YouTube was promoting his channel. That's why he got so many good numbers. The one who hustled, the one who conned, the one who came to Kenya and conned what's her name? I ain't seen her, so Dr. Mumby.
Akon? No, not Akon. Not Akon.
No, Khan. Not Akon, but Khan. When you con somebody, Joby, a con is when you scam Dr. Mumby. Scam Dr. Mumby. And that other goofy Nigerian broad, what's her name? African Tiger, that other goofy Nigerian broad. He scammed her ass too. I mean, the other Kenyan broad, African Tigers, who used to be friends with your girl, what's that moron's name? Miss Trudy.
Okay.
She used to be Miss Trudy's friend, that African Tiger. So he scammed because his white wife said, I don't want you around these black women. But that was the African Tiger. She ain't even pretty. I don't know why because remember, Phil's wife is ugly. But so I don't know why you don't want around that African Tiger's lady. She's not even good looking.
Don't even make me pull the images again.
Yeah, exactly. So I said, because I was thinking, I don't know why you don't want around the African Tiger's lady. She's not pretty. I said, oh yeah, your wife is really ugly. So that's but Dr. Mumby, he scammed her when Dr. Mumby came to America, he scammed her ass. And I knew, see, Dr. Mummy's African and she's kind and she don't want to say nothing. She said, I was scammed, family, I was conned, but I'm not going to say no names. When she said she wasn't going to say no names, I already knew who she was talking about, his ass. Because she was in America, that's who she was with. Him and that other goofy American, that Dynasty Mir dude. I said, and I tried to warn warn her ass when I was still big. I said, hey, these are scamming con man ass Negroes, Dr. Mumby. You want to listen? So that's they scammed her ass.
I'll check Dr. Mombi out this weekend, man. It's been a while. It's been a while since I literally saw.
Yeah, we was all yellow. I ain't seen a doctor. That's all I feed. I ain't seen a doctor because you know they usually feed you suggestions to YouTube since you guys start watching. I don't think I've seen a Dr. Mumby video this whole year.
Me too.
Yeah.
I think it was just one time I shared that video. Then I was like, I've really outgrown her. I don't even feel a speech no more.
I don't think that was. I don't think that was it. I don't think that was this year. I think that was last year when you said that. I don't remember seeing her at all this year. I don't know what she did. I know she had opened up a I know she had moved to Mombasa. That was a year ago. Like I said, that was a year ago. Over a year ago, she had moved to the Mombasa area and had opened up an Airbnb or something. But that was over a year ago. That was the summer of 2022. So I ain't seen a lady in a year. I don't know. I ain't seen it. So shout out to you, Dr. Mumby. Your boy scammed you. African Diaspora Channel. He didn't want to know. He didn't want to tell you that he got a. He didn't want to tell you he had an ugly white woman as a wife.
But anyway, so the matters of the day, because my time is up right here. The Italian government says it will take 1,500 refugees and asylum seekers from Libya over the next 3 years following an agreement with the UN Refugee Agency. The latest deal is an extension of previous resettlement initiative in which Italy evacuated 1,300 refugees and asylum seekers from Libya. Among those who have already been resettled in the previous programs include refugees and asylum seekers who had moved to Libya from other African countries. The UNHCR on Wednesday said it welcomed the evacuation deal as it provided as a critical lifeline for refugees and asylum seekers facing heightened protection risk. The agency added that it would work with partners.
So, but let me interrupt quick. What they thought about that, Maria? Joby, is that the European is dying off. So they're gonna need, as racist as they are, they're gonna need these Africans to do the labor that they don't have because their demographics, Joby, is all messed up. They're not having babies. The demographics. Who's gonna do the work of the country when you got no replacement? See, the lie that they told people, these psychopaths, is not to have babies. They were trying to depopulate the planet, all the lies. You must have a replacement amount of babies, Joby, to keep your society going. If you don't, it collapses. So the number to replace your society is at least, every woman is at least supposed to have at least 2.5 to 3 babies, right? To keep your society going. That's why China is in collapse. Europe is in collapse. America is in collapse because the baby situation. You ain't making enough babies to replace your population to keep your society and your civilization going. That's the dirty little secret. So they're gonna need these African people to come in and be the slaves almost, to be the underclass. They'll come in, they'll get all the shit jobs. They're not coming to make them doctors and lawyers. They're gonna be all the ones, all the labor jobs before they replace them with the robots. So
well, it is so sad because the problem is to the Africans who think they're going to be saved and they're going to get an opportunity that they've been seeking for long. But apparently, it's just you being a slave,
Because they're ignorant. They don't know. Like I said, remember that guy video you showed? Somebody's mad at the African leaders for lying to them. They're telling that the Europeans in your school, the Europeans like you and they came to help you and all that. The Europeans don't like you. They ain't come to help you. They came to rob and steal from you. They came to help you.
Well, this goes back to when we question what do these African leaders or how do they follow up? Because when you speak about agencies, each African nation, then it has an agency that should follow up the refugees or the number of people who have evacuated from or left the country, where they're being taken, and what's
If they
their
don't,
safety?
they should, but if they don't care about their own people in their own country, why would I care about refugees going to Europe? They haven't said,
So
you haven't
sad.
said, you haven't said those. Africa has leaders that do not care. They put there because they don't care. They should have built those infrastructures, Joby. That's why when Africans leave Africa, they get treated all harshly out of Saudi Arabia, out in Arabian countries of Europe. The African countries don't do nothing about it. First of all, they don't got no power. Second of all, these leaders don't give a damn because they're psychopaths. Well, they don't care. It does, nothing hurts them to see it. They don't care. And so, just like this kind of goes off the beaten path. If you guys haven't seen the movie, go check out the movie, The World Left Behind. The white people are so mad about the little black girl in that movie. They're going crazy because they're not used to African peace. There's an African woman talking back and being confident and telling white people, first of all, we don't trust you, and I'm not going to be talked to crazy. And I see all these TikTok videos all online now. I told you the white supremacists were going to go crazy about this black girl being assertive and being upset that she wasn't going to be cowarding. That's why I wish I had that video. Wish I would have made a video of Joby and Katie talking to that German guy in Tanzania. The visceral effect that white people have when you put them in their place, they go absolutely crazy. When, especially coming from a black woman, because her father was seen as the weak one. The father was the weakling. The daughter was like, "Hey, what are you doing? Your job is to protect me, not them. Get your damn mind right." So we say, Joby.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be kept on check, but apparently that's not what we've grown up with. Telling your parents what you're doing.
That's why everybody black is saying the girl was the strong. She was supposed to tell her father that, but she didn't understand her father to make the money because obviously he was the rich one, rich than the white people. He had to maneuver in being somewhat of a coon to get those opportunities to make the kind of money he made. So he had to sacrifice his blackness. That's true. Yet, and his daughter doesn't know since she was now born in that kind of wealth and privilege. She doesn't know what her father had to do to acquire that kind of wealth within white society. How he had to fight his tongue. How he had to take the abuse and the humiliation. How to take the disrespect. And so they were coming from different worlds as the young black girl, like, "Hey, why are we in our damn basement? It's our house. What are we doing in the basement? What the hell's going on? These white people are supposed to be down here in this basement, not us. This is our house. We're not supposed to be down here. The white people are supposed to be down here. We're supposed to be upstairs in the room." So, white people went crazy on it, saying that Obama, they got to call the race war. They said this because the black girl is being assertive of her rights. This thing we try to start a race war. This is how fragile and psychopathic white people are. See, black people stand up for your rights. You're not supposed to do that. Instead, they're supposed to have to come in and colonize you. That's what that is. They colonize those black people's houses. And the black people are supposed to shut the fuck up and not say nothing. But the daughter wasn't going to be colonized. Hey, get these white people out of here. What the hell's going on? What's wrong with you, Dad? Get their ass out of here. What's wrong with you? And the dad was trying to be, "Okay, hold on, baby, you're right, but let's try to work it out. Let's try to see the bigger picture." I don't want to see no bigger picture. Get these white people out of here. I don't trust their ass.
Crazy. But anyway, as we come to the end of the show, what I'll say, I hope black people, the rest of those who are watching, educate your people as they move out of the continent. Know that the places they're going, it's not safe. as much as you're looking for greener pastures, we can find all the greener pastures we want back in the continent. And this has to happen whereby we need to, like what Keith said, we need to organize and demonstrate, not actually go
organize
for
family.
demonstrating.
Because I also seen on TikTok they're talking about the black woman in Africa going over to Indonesia and the Arabian countries, and they said when they go and they tried to build a bag, and they got you over there getting spermed in the face, got you sleeping with animals, and you want to come back to somebody in Africa where that man don't know you've been sleeping with a fucking animal, and tell me you want to marry this boy, and you've been sleeping with a goddamn animal because you were trying to build your bag.
Let me die poor. Shout out to you, hashtag positivity. I won't even read the rest of the name. Shout out to you, Dano. Shout out to Devi and Jerome Mosquito who have been with me right here.
Read
on
people's
TikTok.
names, Joey. Let them feel good.
Nah, this one has a K word in it. I'm not doing that, man. This one has a K word in it. I'm not doing that. I don't know why he called himself the K word, but anyway, shout out to you. But anyway, asante sana to everyone who has been with me right here on YouTube. I see you are quite a number of you that early this morning. And of course, yesterday also had a very big number right here on YouTube. But I hope those who shall be catching this on a replay, you get to enjoy. And of course, give your sentiments on the comment section, what you feel and think. Remember to subscribe if you haven't. That is both on the both YouTube channels and on Facebook. And of course, remember, kids shall be returning back the app on the Google Play Store this weekend. So if you don't have the app,
I should have it back up. I get home probably tomorrow. I'm down here in Miami, almost about an hour away from about an hour 30 minutes away from Miami. So I'll be back home tomorrow. I can do what I need to do to get the getting the information to get into my account so they can put it back on the Google Play Store. So sometime next week it'll be back up, and then something else I wanted to say, I forgot.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. So much love, family. See you guys later.
Joey, stop trying to rush me. Get out of here.
No, it's my time. My time is up. I'm not trying to rush you. Literally, you forgot what you wanted to say. You forgot what you wanted to say. So is that me rushing you? But anyway, peace, family. Thank you so much, and of course, thank you, Kate, for tuning in this morning. I hope you're driving, right?
Yeah, I'm driving.
You're driving.
I'm driving.
Are you up already driving?
Yeah, I'm up driving. I've been up since 4 o'clock. Been since 4 o'clock driving. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Yeah, I've been since 4 o'clock this morning. Cause I gotta beat the traffic, Joey, and I didn't beat it because I'm still an hour and a half away, and this traffic is crazy. This Miami, baby, where everybody wants to have fun and being in the sun. They want to be like Joey. They want to be like Joey. They want to be on the beach and have fun and party.
When I come to the United States, the first place I'm going after reaching Florida is Miami, and then
you want to go to Miami? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I like me Miami. LA.
All right.
Then,
I never heard you say that. Okay, we see you to Miami. Get all the white men chasing you out there. Hey, little black girl.
Oh my God! So, I've seen the worst experience would be meeting a transgender on the beach. Damn! Oh my God! These people be ready to fight. Like, you talking to me? You talking to me? Like, I didn't say anything. You are a man. You are. Yeah. That's so. It was one of these.
I will take you guys to the beach in Miami because down in America, that would be. For me, that would be so much fun. That would be so funny. Yeah, because you guys on the beach, you guys walk, then they start hearing you guys act there. Oh my God, that would be priceless. That would be hilarious.
From one of these celebrities, she's a crazy celebrity. She went to the beach, then she met a transgender over there. And then this guy went crazy. You calling me a dude? I'm a woman. You calling me a dude? You want to fight? You want to fight a lady because she called you a dude and that's what you want? What?
Yeah, can they get off?
You're nuts. You're crazy.
Because that's because those people now are suffering from mental problems, Joey. If you're a man, hey, you calling me a dude? Your voice is a dude, ain't it?
Mm.
How dare you call me a dude? Like,
Yeah, you sound like a dude. No, you call me a dude.
just like that guy making, just like that guy making my sandwich last year. Hey, can I help you? Oh shit.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Enjoy your weekend. See you guys later when you see me. And of course, remember to come back and tune in onto Katie's show. Peace. Have an amazing one.
Much love, family. And shout out to Power Bottom. Hey, family, you guys don't know. They going after TD Jakes hard. They gonna get him. And I think Tyler Perry, I hope they get Tyler Perry no good ass too.
We'll discuss that tonight. We'll discuss that
shout out to my ex-wife. Shout out to my ex-wife. I wish we were friends. We could talk because I was laughing in your face. Your two heroes, these people I tried to tell you for years, are con men and phony. The people of God have a good look with that. I'm loving every bit of it. Take them all down. These wicked, no good bastards. Get TD Jakes been sleeping with men, and just like all these black American preachers sleeping with boys and men, you know, kind of debaucherous stuff. Oh man, it's gonna be so good to see TD Jakes, this fake hero. Go ahead, Joe. What next?
I'd love to see my dad's face messed up. I'd love to see my dad's face messed up right now, like discovering such kind of. Well, Bishop, it was all from TD Jakes, you know. It was all copied from the TD Jakes version. I'm the next TD Jakes of Kenya. I'm like, yo, okay, okay, the next TD Jakes of Kenya. The Jakes apparently are all almost.
Yeah, not a half, a whole.
A whole, yeah, a whole.
All right. And been doing the sloppy toppy. Those videos, TD Jakes, you're not gonna survive. You got so many TikTok videos. Oh God, the TikTok videos in the hundreds now. You're being exposed, you know. And shout out to the lady who had a premonition 2 years ago. Was talking about, say, TD Jakes is a pedophile and a homosexual. Like, damn, what? that was 2021 that he will be exposed. It's the exposure time. It's the year of it's the age of Aquarius. It's the age of Aquarius. You know, he's doing the whole sloppy toppy. What's up? I want to see who was trying to have sex
And
with that
some
black
dirty
actor.
Sanchez over there.
Yeah, Dirty Sanchez and the Bo Peep, Joby. Don't ever do the Bo Peep. You know what the Bo Peep is? You know the Dirty Sanchez?
Nah.
The Bo Peep?
Nah.
You can Google this too. But I don't want you to Google it because I don't want your name. Bo Peep is. You take your big toe, Joby, right? Make sure it's cleaner. You take your big toe and you put your big toe in someone's butt. And then they have them lick the.
I'm about to have me lunch. So
Joby, I don't make Joby. I don't make them up. I just report them. I'm just the report. I'm just a reporter, Joby. I'm just reporting.
I'm about to have me some slimy lunch, so kindly spare me the rest. Yeah, let me enjoy the rest. Let me enjoy that.
Tell Shimani, make sure her boyfriend don't give her a boat. Tell Shimani for me, Joby. Make sure her boyfriend don't do the Bo Peep on her.
You say it.
Always like when we shot Joby with stuff she'll never heard of. Always love when we see Joby's face when we shock her with stuff she ain't never heard of. Joby, don't you want to go to Hollywood and be a star now?
I'm okay. I'm okay being on the bottom then. I'm okay. If that, I'm okay being on the bottom.
and I was upstate grown, but now the AP Remy bills in the single, locking snappy for my son, raised to the back, fake grades, daily news, her career's over. She was kind of stupid, but you saw an opportunity, because your opportunities